Well, I'm joined now by the Ukrainian ambassador to Paris, Oleg Shamshur. Thank you very much indeed for coming to speak to us. We've just been hearing there, the city of Mariupol is under attack. What is the government's response going to be?
Well, I think that quite natural response is to reinforce the defenses. So we are witnessing the onslaught along all the lengths of the demarcation line. From Lugansk to Mariupol. So it's really essential now to prepare defenses and also maybe primarily to take care of those who are injured and traumatized by this terrorist act.
A peace deal, of course, was signed back in September in Minsk. It's been violated by both sides, according to monitors. It's now fair to say, isn't it, that deal is dead?
Well, definitely, I cannot agree that it was violated by the Ukrainian side. We did everything that we can and we could to ensure the implementation of the Minsk arrangements. Definitely, the latest events showed that Russia and rebels, or more properly terrorists controlled by Russia, had absolutely no intention to implement Minsk Accords and only used it as a pause to prepare the onslaught, the offensive that we see now. So we are ready to still to use diplomatic channels to achieve at least temporary de-escalation of the situation in the East. But for me, it's quite clear that it's impossible to achieve this only using diplomatic channels, and we have to increase efficiency of our military response. And there should be absolutely no doubt that we would defend our country, our motherland, to the end.
Can I just press you on that point, though? Is the deal dead?
Well, I think that at least Russia and terrorists made everything what was possible to do in order to make this deal inefficient and nearly dead.
Okay. Well, the EU Foreign Affairs Chief, Federica Mogherini, has been calling on the Russians to use their influence over the separatists in a bid to try to help them, persuade them to stop the violence. But do you think Moscow is really capable of exerting that kind of influence?
Well, I think that, asking Russia to influence the rebels is a kind of, for me, it's a kind of the euphemism. But definitely the rebels are controlled by Russia. And we have seen on many occasions when Russia really wanted them to follow its line, they achieved that quite easily. So it should be addressed not even to the terrorists, but to Russia directly. Stop this war.
Let's just talk lastly about Mariupol one more time. This is a very strategically important city because, if I've understood the geography correctly, it would provide a land link between Crimea and Russia. So clearly very important. Do you think all of this activity in the east of Ukraine and in Mariupol is all part of a broader master plan that's perhaps been several months, several years perhaps in the making by the Russians?
Definitely. I think it's important to understand that the plans of the Russians haven't changed. They still want a total control over Ukraine. For the time being, they've taken the pause. They've actually prepared them for this onslaught. And when they saw the opportunity, and at least when they thought that it was an opportunity, they used it for onslaught, for a new offensive. Definitely, they would like to have this land bridge. Still, they would like, as I said, to exercise total control over Ukraine. But Ukraine is actually only the beginning. That's a part of the greater plan to revise the results of the Cold War, to actually reestablish Russia in its imperial glory. That's the view and vision of the Russian leadership.
Thank you very much indeed. Ukrainian Ambassador to Paris, Oleg Shamshur. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.